I made it back down to the river finally. It's mid-September. I don't know if you can see these tailings piles. There's some people definitely found this spot that I was showing. And here's where we originally started. As you can see, somebody dug a massive hole there. I don't know if they got anything, because once we hit that brown dirt, we weren't getting anything. There's another massive hole here. Another massive hole up under there. Massive hole right down here. And you can see people have been everywhere down here. Yeah, and up here where I was panning too, I mean, some people, look at this. Someone undercut that bank majorly, like huge. And then this, I mean, that's a huge hole. Huge hole, that's another huge hole someone just dug. I don't remember that big rock ever being there. Someone must have dug that out. And then you got this here. That's probably 8 feet wide, like probably 7 or 8 feet this way, probably 3 feet deep. And I mean, they dug out all in this tree here, which like I dug in, took a couple scoops here and there, didn't really find anything, but you can tell they dug all that. I'm pretty sure I'm standing on a tailings pile here, because you can see all the big boulders they rolled in the holes there. Huge amounts of digging. But pretty much that's it from down to here. I don't see anything else. But yeah, river's way low. Way low. I'm just kind of, I mean, disappointed that it looks like this. I mean, I could see a few people coming down and panning for the day, doing whatever, but that's like a couple people at least digging for a couple days to get that much. Because I mean, it's easy digging, but that's a big hole. And I mean, all these tailings, they must have probably started over here and just worked their way across and got that far and stopped. But that's a pretty massive hole. So kind of disappointed, but it is a public area. People are free to do what they want. It's just a shame I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was some of the claim holders up above came down. Oh, they're finding good gold down there. Let's go down and like take a look, see what we can find. And they probably got their buddies and came down. I mean, granted, it's been probably 2 months since I've been here, but even this one's pretty crazy. That's good 6 feet across, like 4 feet tall, and a good 2 feet down. I mean, that's a lot of digging someone did right there. And this obviously looks like a tailings pile here as well, or a filled in hole someone had dug. And that's right there's another filled in big hole. And a lot of working here. And I mean, I could tell when I got here that it was gonna be, because I could see from the road, like, just the amount of tailings in the water here. But like this blonde sand, it was never like this. So that's a lot. But I'll find a spot I can set my sluice up, see what I can do, if I can even find anything. It's been pretty destroyed up here, so I'll see what I can do. I brought my metal detector too. I might just metal detect in this hole up here that someone, I mean, if they dug that big of a hole and moved, I mean, that's like a good yard of rock, like big boulders that they moved out of that hole, or to get to that hole. That's a lot of material to move. I mean, they must have been getting something. Maybe I'll take a test pan out of there, see if there's anything, because once we hit that brown dirt, I mean, we literally were finding nothing, you know. So we'll see, and I'll see if I can even find anything today. If I do, I'll probably be lucky. But I'm just gonna set things up, get stuff going. I mean, the water, I mean, is not even knee deep here, so it's way easier to get down at least. But it's gonna be harder to set up a sluice. Well, we'll see what we can do. I'll get back to you after I do a few buckets to see if we find anything. So I just finished up. I did 6 buckets, 5-gallon buckets full, classified down to 1/4 inch. And I mean, there's a couple specks in there, but you almost have to now look hard to find them. It's nowhere near what it was. Like, it's hard digging, like hard finding a spot that's gonna have anything. And I mean, 6 5-gallon buckets, I don't know what that equals in a yard, about 1/4 of a yard or so. I think 20 or 40 buckets is, so just under 1/4 of a yard. And there's like one piece there. There's some little tiny specks up in the top here, like a little tiny speck there. It's nowhere near what it was, but it's still out on the river, still finding a little bit of gold at least. We'll see what we can do for the day, and I got a couple more buckets ready to go, and we'll see how it goes. I don't expect a whole lot today. You can see someone left a little bit of their garbage here too. We'll pick that up on the way out and see what we can do. But I mean, it's still a nice day out on the river, no matter what you find, I guess. It's just kind of too bad that it got worked over so hard. But we'll find it again, and we'll get some gold. So we'll talk to you then. Bye. Alright, so I'm getting pretty tired here. I did like 18 to 20 of these 5-gallon buckets, completely full, like level to the top, of 1/4 inch screen material from the same. I mean, it's so hard to find an area up there that hasn't already been dug up, but from the same kind of area. But just to give you a comparison, I mean, I'm still finding gold, it's all right, but I mean, it's way more. I mean, it's a lot of shoveling. But I don't know if you can see in there or anything, but this is like what I was getting from 1 to 2 buckets of material. And I mean, literally I did 18 to 20, which is 10 times the amount of material, plus is 1/4 inch screen instead of 1/2 inch screen. So you're looking at a lot more material run through for barely what a couple buckets was doing before. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up here for the afternoon. We get the fishing poles and stuff. Maybe take a drive around, do some fishing, maybe try and see if I can pan a few spots and find an area that's, I mean, this area is good, don't get me wrong, but I mean, it's been picked over pretty good. It's hard to find a spot that hasn't been dug up. I mean, I was gonna go do a sample pan up there. I'll probably do that after I clean out the sluice, but it's pretty picked over. The water flow is not optimal, and like, it's just, I mean, and you got to walk pretty far to get the buckets. It's still easy classifying, but it just takes half your time's walking back and forth. But we're gonna wrap it up here. I'm going to probably take a test pan out of that hole just to see if there's anything going on there or not. And I mean, you'd think they would have been finding something if they dug that deep, but you never know. They could have found nothing. I mean, we're in that dirt and we're finding nothing. So, I mean, it's just tough digging, finding a spot that hasn't been dug up yet. So I'm gonna poke around, clean out the sluice, maybe grab a pan of this stuff, classify it down and pan it out, see what I can get. And I guess next time if I find a decent spot, I'll keep the camera pointed at the ground. But anyway, I mean, it's still fun to come down here, get out, get some stuff. We'll see what it comes out to at the house. I don't know if I'll have very much to even weigh or anything, but you know, I mean, you can tell tons of people have been down here, and it's like massive holes everywhere. So it is tough. So just be aware if you plan on coming up here. It's tough finding a spot that's gonna pay out without doing a lot of work. So I mean, these people, I don't know if they're on anything. I might take a sample out of that too just to see, but they're like they're in that brown dirt too. But I'll still take a pan there and see what I can find. My son's getting antsy to go to a new spot. He's fished this whole spot out and hasn't caught anything. So fly rod end spinner. So I think he said he was using bait too. So I don't know. We'll take a trip up the river a little farther and see if we can find a spot to go fishing and at least relax the rest of the day. But I'll get this cleaned out. I mean, I will see if I don't have enough to even weigh when I get home. I'll just post this video here and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. All right, just an update on the little outing I had yesterday, or a couple days ago actually. It's all right. Like I said, I did a bunch of buckets. Didn't really make out like I thought I was gonna make out, but ended up getting, I think it was like 0.12 of a gram, which isn't very good considering I was almost getting a gram in the last couple outings I did up there. So I don't know, it's been picked over so bad, it's just tough to find a spot. And then, I mean, that's what takes a lot of time, is finding a spot that's not been worked over and has got gold there. So, but I guess once you find a spot, you can at least find something. So something's better than just going down there and not finding anything. But ended up going fishing the last half of the day pretty much, and I think my son caught like 2 or 3 fish, hooked a couple more on his fly rod. So it was all right. I didn't end up catching anything. Did a little metal detecting while he was fishing and did a little panning here and there while he was fishing, and just enjoyed the time out there on the river. It was a nice weekend. Got back as there's fire real close to where we are, so it was real smoky once I got back into town. So, and then there's another fire today up north of us, but the wind must be blowing south because is thick smoke today. So it might be a little bit till I get back out to the river again, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's not worked over even more than it is now, and I can find a spot where I can hopefully get a little bit of gold, like 1/4 gram would be good. But we'll see how it goes, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.